It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Welcome to another deep conversation on Vinci to the World, your personal journey to health, wealth, and happiness. My name is Dino Delpesh, your host. I am an entrepreneur and a bodyweight strength coach. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's all good. Just stick around and you'll soon find out. My aim with this segment is to have very deep conversation with extraordinary people from the island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and abroad. Now, these conversations are designed to bring you greater possibilities and insights into living a healthier lifestyle physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and wait for the big one, financially. Now, if you're the kind of person who attaches value to living a healthier lifestyle, personal development, and self-growth, this is your conversation. Welcome to Vinci to the World.
Hey, thank you for the invitation to the Visit to the World. It's a great honor for me to be a speaker here. We always talk, but it gives me a few new feelings.
So how are you doing? How are you feeling right now?
Very good. I'm good here. Yeah, relaxed. I just finished my yoga practice and meditation. Yeah, and after this call, I'm ready to go to bed. So I'm relaxed, pretty relaxed.
Well, I know I just gave a quick introduction to who you are, and that's just me hitting the tip of the iceberg. But maybe just before we go a bit deeper into the conversation, who's Dasol Kim? What's an Ashtanga practitioner?
Well, it's a bit hard to define who's Dasol Kim because I myself a bit confused with myself. I've been growing. I've been constantly growing, changing myself. So the Dasol Kim who somebody knows 6 months ago might be a different Dasol Kim than now, because yeah, as you introduced me, I'm a really um, go-getter, going for the further growth, pursuing the growth all the time. But this time, it's a little different. I kind of find a way in a different way of growth for the past 7 to 8 months during this COVID-19 situation. Um, Before Dasol Kim was growing fast, but now Dasol Kim, I can say, uh, let's go slow, let's go slow and deep. And I'm enjoying this journey pretty much. So yeah, I hope I can share about my journey today at this visit to the world, which I hope give more value to those people who's always pursuing those fast outcomes like what's next. That was me, always asking myself what's next and always trying to get a high achievements. But I want to give some more value to those people that there is this way, there's another way which you can go slower but deeper.
Sounds interesting. As we are breaking the ice, I ask every person who I have on the show, like, if you had to have a superpower, like, what would that be and why?
Oh, if I have a superpower, um, I wanna, you know, I wanna control my body as I'm actually the owner of the body. So most of the times I'm facing this like I'm the owner of the body, but many of the times I can't control my body. Not only the body, but my soul, my emotion, you know, my my mind. I can't control. I'm out of my mind sometimes, where I'm getting like ups and downs. So if I really had, and also like I have the stiff hamstrings or stiff back, then I seriously want to have this part that I can control my body however I can do, so I can achieve those Ashtanga asanas, like the asanas that I might think impossible to achieve, like, folding those bodies, seriously controlling my body, controlling myself, have a real power to control my whole self. That can be
Mm,
really wonderful.
mm. That's interesting. You're talking about controlling your body, controlling your mind and your soul. I know maybe a lot of people who's listening right now may not even understand what that means, because it's like, it's my body. I walk it, I move it. It's my mind. I think what I want. It's my soul. I do what I want. Like, what do you really mean by controlling the body, your mind and your soul? Like, do you have any examples of what you mean by that?
Well, that is like basically how I understood. But these days, a lot of people are using this mindfulness. How many hours of a day actually are you being mindful, being really mindful about whatever you're doing, or whatever you're thinking, or whatever you're feeling? How much of a control do you actually have? Do you have, do you feel in particular way because, oh, I'm gonna feel in this particular way, you know?
Mm.
Or do you overeat because you decided to overeat? Do you um, do you fight with people because you plan to fight?
Mm.
Or do you bend your back like this when you're using smartphone because you plan to do it? No. Sometimes a lot of things, even our breed, we can't even control our breed. I can't even control my breed when I'm doing these Ashtanga flow or Vinyasa flow, you know? But we gotta realize that we have our control. But for a moment, we just lose it. We lose it because of there are so many distractions in this environment. So with somewhat kind of lose it, but still there. The power that we can control ourselves, our emotion, our behavior, our choice, our decision, our body, it's already here. Our body is perfectly made already. All we need to do is just get back that power, you know,
Ah,
get that power
interesting.
back. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, you've been mentioning a lot about Ashtanga and asanas. Like, I know what that is as a result of, talking to you almost every day. But maybe for those who may not understand what is Ashtanga and what is a asanas, and how does that really benefit the body, or even create that healing power that we would be discussing in today's conversation.
Yeah, so I've been practicing yoga for a very long time. Mm, I've started with some stretching, relaxing yoga, and later on, I met this vinyasa yoga. And in yoga, a very diverse, there are so many diverse types of yogas, and Ashtanga is just one of them. Ashtanga has been here for ever since 20th centuries. It's been here all along. But the reason I fall in love with Ashtanga is because um, it has, it's, I feel it's more training myself, that it's a more, I'm training myself. A lot of people think like yoga is relaxing, stretching, or relaxing and stretching, you know, or even to lose weight, lose fat. But yoga is actually not. The yoga is much beyond of that. These asana practices is just part of yoga, just the one part of 8 limbs of yoga. So asana is not. Asana cannot. Asanas, these movements, yoga flows, cannot represent all of the yoga. But I think Ashtanga actually contains a lot of uh, yoga philosophies, like all the 8 limbs of yoga. I cannot explain everything about the yoga right now, but yoga is also teaching us how to how to not harm other people, like ahimsa, not harm other people, or how to control yourself, control your desires, or how to pursue your vision and such. Like they are teaching these yoga philosophies, and this Ashtanga yoga is it 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 has the same sequences all over the world. No difference. Every single country, every single city, every single
Mic check. Seem like she will lose connection for a few. Let me see if I can get her to come back in. Right. Start. Everybody have to know. Everybody got to know. So this is Vincent to the world, and sometime in life things don't go exactly how you planned it. As you see right now during our conversation, we had a little technical error, and that's also a part of the process. Sometimes in life, things may not go exactly how you planned it, but we got to keep on moving, and we got to make it to the end of our road because these are learning lessons. Ah, okay.
hello.
Hey, you're back.
I'm
It's okay.
sorry.
It's okay.
My internet just got disconnected. I don't know what's happening today, but it's raining here a lot these days. And so,
Okay. Yeah, like I was just saying that in life, sometimes things don't go how we planned it. And
yeah,
we get these hiccups, but that doesn't mean we stop. We gotta just get up and continue.
yeah, sure. Well, yeah, those who were waiting, you can just skip those 5 previous minutes. But anyways, if I continue what I've been talking, this Ashtanga maintaining the same sequences. So you literally, there is like a process, like from the primary series, which is the basic series, and intermediate and advanced. And every series has its purposes. Like primary series, which is the beginning of the whole series, it has 6 sequences, and this primary series is for preparing, like purifying your body and soul and mind, purifying your body literally, your twisted body back, or your to make you healthier, to prepare for the intermediate series, which has another purpose of that series. So this all shows me the different aspects of the yoga, not only just stretchings or relaxing or losing weight, but it also teaches me these lessons like, oh, you need the steps actually. You can't just go jump into the advanced series because you want. There's these steps in your growth. And even this primary series has 6 sequences. And if you can't complete the first sequence or second sequence, they recommend you to remain there until you can finish, because the first sequence is for making you prepared for the second or the after sequences. So you cannot just jump to the sixth sequence without completing the third or fourth sequence because everything is connected.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You still there? I'm
yeah,
not
I'm
seeing you.
here. I know the camera just disappeared, but if you can hear me, then it's okay. So yeah, that's the. I believe I'll be back soon. Fun. I can't expect what will happen, but yeah.
Okay, cool.
But thanks
Okay,
God
great.
my internet is still connected. It's not my internet problem. But anyway, yeah, that's the reason why I fell in love with Ashtanga, but I'm still struggling a lot. I'm just a beginner
Listen,
practitioner.
there's a no struggle, no progress, right?
Exactly, exactly. So I'm always meditating myself. Okay, let's just respect the process and just enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. That's it. Because I'm gonna do yoga anyway till when I get old, like till 100 years old. So let's go slower and just enjoy the journey itself. Every single me changing. Every time my body is changed. Every day I'm practicing Ashtanga every single day, and every single day I have different feelings from
Mm,
different parts of my body. And that's the growth. That's the journey. Not only
mm,
seeking for the outcome, but being mindful of how my body is changed.
mm,
Focusing on that. Our body needs attention. Our fingers, every single fingers, our toes, our pinky fingers, or our shoulders, they need attention. And this yoga practice this actually helps you to pay attention to those parts that we've been ignoring so far.
But I think I want to get you back up on the screen. I don't think my face is as beautiful as yours. Okay, you're back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. That's better. Uh, okay, well,
Do
I've
you?
actually,
Yeah.
huh?
No, no, continue.
No, go ahead. Say what you were gonna say.
No, I just telling you, good to see you again.
Like I've witnessed how you have changed over the last couple of months. During this COVID period, and you started your yoga certification program, which you were just talking about concerning the Ashtanga, and then the experience that you've been sharing with me has been so wonderful. And I was like, these are things that a lot of people need to start to learn and even be aware of. Like, but within your personal journey so far, what has been some of the greatest lessons, like, that this has taught you?
So one of the greatest lessons that taught me and I've been learning is that our body is amazingly perfectly made, and all we need to do is just getting the power of self-healing back. You don't need a psychologist. You don't need a healer. You yourself is the healer. Just all we need to do is we need to get that power back. Like we're just covered under some, dust, a
Need
dust, because we've
to
been
blow it off.
exactly because we've been so paying attention to the external distractions. So we haven't actually never focused on ourselves. For example, I've led this yoga class at home because I yet have owning any studio, but I do want to help people. So I've opened a yoga class. And there, I've been guiding the meditation at the beginning. Meditation is just simple. It's just scanning your body. And before the yoga, I always ask them to scan your body from the toe to the head top. To scan every single part. Your nails, here, like ankle, your wrist, shoulder, your neck, and try to pay attention and just ask them, how are you doing? Why are you so like Hey, shoulder, why are you so having much tension? You don't have to do that. Relax, relax. It's okay. You can relax. Hey, shoulder, why are you not breathing well? You're not in a stress. It's okay. You can breathe well. Open your throat and breathe well. Or, hey, why are you making a wrinkle in your forehead? It's okay. You know, just uh, just that's the before. It's just saying hello to us, saying hello that I'm taking care of you. I'm taking a good care of you. So it's okay. Then the magic happens. You do nothing. It's even before you started doing yoga, but body starts to fix you wherever the part it's wrong.
Mm,
This is a straight. I'm telling you the straightforward. Body fixes itself. It's just all you
mm,
need to do is just pay attention to that.
mm,
The reason you're having a disc is that you have been ignoring the signals that body have been giving you, and you haven't been paying attention to it. The reason you're having these pains in your back or pains in your shoulder, your headache, the body has been continuously giving you a signal, but you haven't been paying attention to it. But once you're aware of it, awareness is the start. And once you're aware of it, that's when the body starts to move and work on it to fix it.
mm,
Believe me, body has its power to fix itself. We're perfectly wonderfully made. All we need to do is be mindful and aware of it.
mhm.
So
Mm,
yoga is actually the wonderful part of yoga is not about stretching your body or flexing your body or making it happen. This unbelievable asanas. It's not about that. Yoga is about union. Yoga, the word is actually origin from the word called yoke, which means union. It means the alignment of your body, mind, and soul, spirit. So
mm,
once your mind is on the body and align your mind and body and soul, the healing starts there. And yoga helps you doing that because
mhm,
every single asana you need to breathe. There's dirishtis. Dirishti is like a sight, that the attention that you need to give in each movement. It's like when you're doing a forward fold or when you're doing downward facing dog, you need to look at these navels. Or when you're doing forward fold, you need to look at your tips of the nose. This kind of things. It has a lot of rules, and this is to make sure that you are there, you are mindful whenever each asanas you're practicing, you're being mindful of what you're doing. And once you're mindful, you're gonna pay attention to your body, and you're gonna send your breath there. Oh, you feel pain in the back when you're doing a downward facing dog? Then you send a breathe there. You release. You tell the body it's okay. You don't have to make that much tension. It's not needed. So relax. So
mhm,
yeah, that's the healing process, which literally means we ourselves are healers.
mm. And it's interesting that you said that, and you mentioned that we don't need a healer, we don't need a psychiatrist, or we don't need doctors and stuff like that. But like as simple as these things should be, they are not. Especially today. Maybe a couple of thousand or 100 years ago, it was easy for man to have that level of awareness, where we can be aware that, oh, we are feeling a particular pain in our calf. And if I pay attention to that area, I can alleviate that, feeling just by will. That's the ideal environment or the ideal situation, because I can remember when I started to meditate, at first it was for me to meditate without some sort of guide. That was difficult because I don't know, okay, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just stay here and be quiet? And that would have done the trick. But because of who I was at that particular point in my life, I needed some sort of guidance. So I use guided meditation, that actually teach me to be aware from just the voice of somebody saying, focus on, the toe, how your toe is feeling, move your big toe, so I can practice awareness. Because to me, I think awareness is like a muscle. It's like when you're lifting weight, you lift that, how should I say? Should I say that spiritual weight, that mental weight, to build your sense of awareness. And in initial stage of practicing meditation, there wasn't any change, any moment of like, oh, yeah, I'm meditating and this. But when I really saw the benefit of my meditation practice, it was when I did my first Spartan event, right? And the night before that event, I was so scared because I've never done anything like this. I was so scared, and so scared to a point where I wish I could have canceled the event. But I didn't cancel the event, and the event ended up happening. And in the end of being so scared, I was like, why was I so scared? But just go back to the some of the benefits of me practicing awareness and becoming doing meditation. On the day of the event, everything that we planned with my team, everything that we planned wasn't going as planned. It was all chaos. People was there depending on us to get certain things done in a particular way. And then it was all chaos. I can see my coaches panicking. But for some strange reason, I was calm, as if I know what I needed to do at that particular point in time. And what I did, I squat the plan and just release, just be, just go with the flow. I just step outside of everything, and everything just fall into place as how it wanted to. And one of the other coach came across to me and she was like, yo, it's so amazing that, during all this, everything is going wrong, and but you're still so calm. And I didn't realize, I wasn't aware of that until she said it. And I know that was thanks to me, beginning a meditation or practice. So I know that, there are benefits of meditating, and maybe a lot of people may not have acknowledged that, but maybe in their own spiritual journey, they have seen, the benefits as well. But I know a lot of people say that they don't know how to meditate, what to do when they are meditating and stuff like that. So maybe you can start sharing a bit of light into, how can we start discovering our own healing power, like where can we start?
I think you've already mentioned the answer at the beginning. But by the way, what I just realized is that, do you know why that event didn't go according to the plan and it screwed up?
Well, I didn't screw it up actually went perfect.
Yeah, it
I
went
didn't went
perfect,
according
but
to my plan. Yeah.
yeah, it didn't went into your plan, and that's
Yeah.
like if it went exactly how you planned out, you won't gonna have this story to share,
That's true.
and you're gonna still tell tell the people, oh, the life should go according to what you planned.
That's
I've
true.
been failed. I've been failed many times on whatever I've been attempted, whatever I was trying to do. I, I'm a very ambitious person, to be honest. I want to achieve a lot of things, and I'm interested in a lot of diverse things. I tried this and that, but actually, I couldn't. There was nothing that I can say was successful. But definitely, what I can say is that I learned from every single thing. So there's a success for the journey that you learn. There's no failure. But
Yeah.
during the journey, the one thing clear about it is that, okay, yeah, I mentioned that we don't need psychi, or we don't need these people, but that's just what me try to emphasize our power of self healing. But we do need a guidance, as you tell me, and I also got guidance for my meditation. I have my what do you call uh, for me it's called DD. It's Ananda Margas, which is another meditative yogic healthy lifestyle organization. And I got my training, meditation training there. And after completing the training, I got my new name because I'm newly born, which is a Dijasvini. And the Didi, the teacher who guided me to meditation, at the beginning of the training, she told me, I'm not your guru. I'm not your teacher. I'm not your guru. I'm just a guidance. I'm just a guide. I'm just guiding you to the truth. So there's already a path. There, we all have our answers, but all we need to do is just to know how to find it. The answer is here, but we never know how to find it. Power is here, but we never know how to find it. That's when
Yeah,
we need
that's
a
true.
guidance.
That's
But
important.
that doesn't mean that uh, those people are giving us, empowering us. You know what I mean? She said, the Didi said, I'm not your guru. I cannot make you spiritual growth. I cannot make you meditate. I cannot make you being
Mm,
some yogi. All the power is in you. All I
mm.
can do is guide you to how to discover the power. Because she'd been went through it. She'd been
Yeah,
went.
yeah.
That's why we need a guidance. That's why we need a coach. And I have my own coach. I have my teacher, Ashtanga teacher, and she's surprisingly always discovering this my new power that I haven't been knowing. You know, like
Yeah.
for example, there are some asana that I thought that this is impossible, but she amended my posture a little bit, like left to right, a little bit, and I'm doing it. And I
Yeah.
realized that it's impossible. It's because I'm not familiar with it. I've been never used that particular muscle
Mm,
intensively before. But she amended me, and now I'm beginning to learn that oh, there was this muscle. Oh, I can use this muscle to
yeah,
do
yeah.
asana, and that's how it's learning process. It's not
Mm,
she's making me me stronger or using or able to do that asana. It's me discovering
yeah,
my muscle power, you know?
yeah. Yeah.
So
I think with coaches, yeah, I think with coaches, they help us become aware of the power that we already have by just pointing them out. You know?
exactly,
Yeah.
definitely because they went through it. They
Yeah,
went
yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. Because we have how does it came across it, but we didn't realize that this is gold. But no, then our yoga or coach tell us, this is gold and this is how it looks. So now when we see it, we know, this is something of value. It's like we're
yeah,
like a
yeah,
baby.
yeah. So when I'm doing currently I'm working on my aligning myself like spiritual, physical, and mindfulness growth. And this journey, there is two things, like actually sorry, two things that you definitely need to prepare before you go through this journey. First one is a coach or mentor, whatever you call coach or mentor, who is ahead of you, who is right ahead of you. The second one is accountability partner, who is in the journey with you. So you need a person who is ahead of you and who is journey with you. One of the reasons who is in the journey with you, I can give you this example. Uh, I have my niece. She's 10 months now, and my sister's daughter. And sometimes my sister's freaked out because of some niece's weird behavior. And like, oh my God, is this normal? Is this normal? And she began to text in the group chat of her her she had this friend that she met in this hospital when she was going through this pregnancy thing, They have a similar like 9 months babies or 11 months babies, and so she began to group chat like, my baby's behaving like this. Is it normal? And she's like, that's normal. My baby's also behaving like this, and they're sharing these videos of
Yeah.
babies behaving weird, and then she
Yeah.
began, oh, this is normal. Same
Mm.
as me, like
Yeah.
me, Ashtanga. Even today, I've been struggling so much. I've been
Mm.
not able to balance myself. I keep falling down and here and there. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? Do I have some brain problem that I can't balance? You know? But I have this yoga community, Facebook community. I began to look at their conversation, and it's all the same. They're all facing the same problem. And I relieve myself, yeah, this is normal. This is what I'm supposed to go through. It's not
Yeah.
like Ashtanga primer says it have a 6 sequences. You need to go through this one sequence after second sequence after third sequence to get reached to the sixth sequence. This is normal. It's all we're all going through it.
Mm.
Just
Yeah.
and you begin to enjoy the journey. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah. I think that's something that a lot of us need to become more familiar with, enjoying the journey. And
yeah,
the
yeah,
journey is not gonna be easy. Like, so
yeah,
there are certain things that makes it much easier. Like, one, as you said, get a coach. Two, get
yeah.
accountability, be a part of a community, so you can see that, oh, when you're facing all these strugglers, it's normal. It's not unique to you and your situation, so it's okay. Let's get up and
Yeah.
let's move again.
But I think I've been lost in the middle. You've asked me about this meditation stuff, and I lost in the middle. So if I gotta tell a little bit about like meditation before we wrap up this topic, um, in terms of the meditation, it's also same like a journey. Don't try to force yourself to just close your eyes. Just close your eyes, and then I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna meditate. Be mindful. Be mindful like that. Just if you want to do the meditation, start with 5 minutes meditation, or start with the guided meditation. Uh, like start to find the good traits. You need to experience how meditation actually helps you before you actually going deep into it. You know what I mean? So there are a lot of guided meditation online, on YouTube, or even as I told you at the beginning, you can just scan your body from the toe to the top of your hair, every single body. And that's the beginning of the meditation. And you can increase from 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes, and like that. And then the Marga, they suggest us to do 30 minutes of meditation every twice a day, morning and evening. And I'm still struggling with it. Sometimes I lose my concentration. Sometimes I begin to think something else. But it's okay. Let it go. Just
Yeah, yeah,
tell
yeah,
yourself that it's okay. Yeah.
yeah. That's
Listen to
true.
your body. Like one of the great advice is literally listen to your body. Listen to your body.
Mm. Word up. That's so true. Uh, well, just before we came on to the call, you were talking about like rituals, so the morning rituals that you usually practice. Like, can you share a bit about those, and like where is it important for you to have a morning ritual? But wait, before you go there, just for everybody who's listening, when you hear Dasol say asanas, asanas is just the pose that you do in a yoga sequence or yoga flow, right? I'm correct, right?
Yeah, yoga posture.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Back to that. You was, and we're back. Wow, just a
We're
little bit
back.
of technical difficulties. I'm sorry about that.
It
But
happened.
yeah, as I was saying, I was asking about your morning ritual. I think you mentioned that to me a couple days ago, and you were saying how that's one of the reasons why you always try to keep a morning ritual. Like, what is a morning ritual all about, and what does that mean for you?
Yeah, a lot of people might. familiar with the morning routines. Like, I call myself morning ritual because morning routine and ritual is different. So morning routine is just my feeling. It somewhat feels like you're behaving based on your habits, you know? Yeah, which is good habits. And it's still good, fine. But morning ritual is something that you're more committed to it. It's not related to your habits. You're not making these into habits. It will, in the end, anyway, become your habits when you're doing this years and years. But morning ritual is something that you're more committed to it, to purify yourself, to cleanse yourself. And I think it aligns to one of the yoga philosophy called tapas, which is self-discipline. So tapas is something that I really try to put myself into it, self-discipline. And morning routine is the start of my day by cleansing myself before I start my day, which is a gift. So my morning routine actually starts from me getting up and taking a glass of water, which is warm enough like my body temperature. So when you drink it, it feels like you're drinking something warm water, and it's a very simplest way to cleanse your inner body, inner organs. And then I wash my face, I brush my teeth, and then I get ready to do practice my Ashtanga. There might be some times that I might busy preparing to go out, but I still do this Ashtanga flow. Even if I go I go up to Surya Namaskar A and Surya Namaskar B. Even though I can do 20 minutes only, 30 minutes only, I just still do the Ashtanga because that is also a way to cleanse my body and my mind and soul. When you practice this Ashtanga flow, yoga flow, it actually creates a real hot energy inside of you, and you can feel like your body is warm. So yeah, drinking hot water and doing the Ashtanga flow, and then I finish my Ashtanga flow by doing a short meditation. It can be 10 minutes if I have enough time. It can be 20 minutes, but I try to do at least 10 minutes meditation after finishing up the Ashtanga and before I start my day. So it's quite simple, but I try to keep myself into like committed into this morning ritual. Mm, because this is a one way to keep my self-disciplinary life as a Ashtanga practitioner, but also as a person who's pursuing this self-growth, continuous self-growth. I recently read a book, and then this book also tell me this interesting quote that sometimes flexibility is trapping us into a hole. So these days, like people try to be flexible on their schedules or on their plans, but this flexibility is actually not keeping you into any kind of committed rituals. But this committed ritual actually get you back on this shaping your life, taking control of your life to yourself. So before you enter this all these noises when the morning starts, like after 8 a.m. I don't know in my house ever like if it hits 7 a.m. it begins to become noisy and a lot of people are preparing to go out or preparing breakfast. You know, my family members are very early birds, so I gotta start my day a little ahead of them so that I can keep my quiet morning rituals. I can go through my quiet morning rituals to keep myself calm out of these noises before I start the day.
Interesting. Like listening to what you're saying, like is can praying also be added to a morning ritual? It's like I know most Christians or Muslims would pray when they get up in the morning. Would you say that
Definitely.
that's a part of a ritual as well?
Definitely. Like what I'm doing in a meditation is also same part as a praying.
Okay.
I do pray while doing meditation. I try to pay attention on how I feel in my body, what I'm thinking. I try to observe my existence. And then if I have some prayers, then of course I'll pray for those who needs healing, who needs help, or yeah, I pray for my wishes. Yeah, it can be added into a morning rituals.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay, it was really great to hear, your way of living and your way of growing. And I know it would bring value to those who are listening. So that would bring us to the next interesting segment of our conversation, is what I like to call Vinci Trivia. One of the reasons why this segment is called Vinci to the World is I'm acting as a bridge between both worlds, that of the island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where I'm from, and that of the network of experts I'm connected to, like yourself. So now to test your Vinci knowledge. And also, just for your information, Vinci is the colloquial word for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So it's a short way of saying it. So people who come from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are called Vincies for short. Are you ready for this?
How can I not ready for this? I might be making my boyfriend ashamed if I get wrong in the answer.
Let's see what we got.
Okay,
Now,
Vinci.
the first question is,
What? There is more than first question?
we only have three questions, okay?
Three questions. Okay.
The first question is, what's the capital of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Is it A, Kingston? Is it B, Georgetown? Is it C, Kingstown? Or is it D, Jamaica?
Thanks to me that I've been looking for flights going to St. Vincent. So yeah, it's Kingstown. C.
Oh, okay. Ding, ding. Good job. That's
Yay!
one for you. That's one for you. Okay, question number two. The island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is made up of how many islands and keys? Okay, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have one main island, and then we have the Grenadines, which is a group of islands. So in total, how many islands and keys is this archipelago comprised of?
Well,
Is it
this
A,
is challenging.
12?
This
Hold
is
on.
challenging.
Is it A, 12? Is it B, 32? Is it C, 2? Or is it D, 15?
I know it has a lot of islands. Okay. Well, I'll go for D.
And the correct answer is
Oh, I
St.
should.
Vincent and the Grenadines is made up
Oh my
of
god.
32 island and keys. It's okay, you learn something new as well.
Yeah,
A lot of Vincentian
pretty
may not
much.
even know this. So, yes, we are made up of 32 island and keys.
I heard that it has a lot of islands, but there's two. I thought it was like too much. But wow, you guys really have many islands. Okay.
Yes, we do, we do. We have a lot. Okay, question number three. Now for the final question. What's the national dish of the island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Is it A, saltfish and spinach? Is it B, bus up shot? Is it C, roast breadfruit and fried jackfish? Or is it D, pilau?
Okay, okay. I saw my boyfriend eats a lot of roast breadfruit and fried jackfish and pilau. So I'm a bit confused between those two. Definitely, the answer will be between those two.
So what's your pick?
But I think breadfruit is something much more meaningful in your islands, and pilau. Pilau is just a kind of a fried rice, right? I'm not downgrading pilau. I love both of their foods too. I love the taste. I'll go for C.
Okay, and the right answer is the national dish of the island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is, you're correct, roast breadfruit and fried jackfish. Now
Too
you are qualified you're literally now qualified to date a Vincentian.
Thank you. I'm relieved. Yeah,
Huh?
that was fun, and I will never forget about that 32 islands and uh, clay.
Yeah. And now when you come to the island, now you know what you can possibly do and what you can possibly eat.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay, my baby. Thank you for really joining me in this conversation and doing this with me. And I really appreciate it. And I hope that those who are listening would gain a ton of value from our conversation and hopefully try to implement, some of what you share into their own healthy lifestyle. So here I give you, ladies and gentlemen, Dasol Kim. She's from Korea, and she's an Ashtanga practitioner as well as the marketing manager of a very popular school in China, as well as an entrepreneur, as well as a what else is it? A leader, a mentor, a friend,
I want to be an artist.
as well as an artist. She's a very talented artist. So that's Dasol Kim for you.
Yoga is an art as well. But thank you for inviting me. I really enjoyed the conversation, and I brought some value for those people who need it. Yeah.
Hmm. And one more thing, if anybody would love to work with you or get connected to you, how can they possibly do that?
Well, you can always find me in the Instagram. You can always find Dino Delpush in the Instagram, and you'll see me in his posts often.
How can they find you on Instagram? Like, what's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram handle is yogi meditator, and my Instagram, my name is Dasol Kim, and in the bracket there's my new name, Tejaswini, which is Tejaswini. So yeah, you can easily find me there.
Like this?
No,
Nothing?
it's J.
Or is J not J?
Yeah, it's J and
Yes?
TEJASVINII.
Okay, there you have it, guys.
Yes.
There's no space between Dasol and Kim, right?
Uh, there is. There is.
Okay, so that's it.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. So if you guys are looking for any yoga tips, any type of body healing exercise that would align your mind, body, and soul, you can reach out to Dasol Kim on Instagram. Her handle is right below the screen. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
And believe me, I'm a beginner, so I want to also connect to many yogis. So if you're a yoga lover, I would love to connect you guys as well as a friend.
Okay. And I'm out.
Thank you.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
You've made it to the end of another deep conversation on Vinci to the world. And I hope that this conversation has brought you a ton of value. As I said, that my aim here is to act as a bridge between two worlds, that of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and that of the network of experts I've had the opportunity of connecting with throughout the years. Now, to ensure that my mission here has been accomplished, all I ask is for you to leave a comment in the comment section stating what top 3 insights did you gain as a result of this conversation. And also, if you like, you can also leave one actionable step that you can take in the next 7 days that is going to elevate your personal development. I'm Dino Delplesh, your favorite bodyweight strength coach. One love.